chance, this is the moment you've waited for.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Atomic Habits on Let's Talk with Ava. To the first time listeners, you can check out chapter 1 to 3 in the previous episodes. And to the repeat listeners, thanks for sticking with me when I diverted from recording on Atomic Habits. Yes, we are doing Atomic Habits today. Please note, the next podcast might not be on Atomic Habits, but it's on a topic dear to me. I hope you forgive me for the inconsistencies with the book review. I hope to be more consistent with this book review. We'll finish it very soon, like very, very soon. But the next episode might not be on Atomic Habits. Please bear with me. Also, I recently opened an Instagram page for the podcast. It is Avapod, AVAH_POD. Please do well to follow to make it easy for commenting, suggestions, and every other thing. Thank you. Now let's dive into Atomic Habits chapter 4, which is titled The Man Who Didn't Look Right. Now, you might have noticed that you do something unconsciously and you just wonder, how am I doing this thing? When did I start doing this thing? This is because you are used to doing it and it has become a part of you. So it comes naturally to you. Now, there's a story about a woman who was attending a family gathering. She happens to be a paramedic, and she got to the event, saw her father-in-law, and got very concerned. She was like, I don't like the way you look. And the father-in-law, who was feeling fine, told her, well, I don't like your looks either. But she was like, no, you need to get to the hospital now. A few hours later, the man was undergoing a life-saving surgery after an examination had revealed that he had a blockage to a major artery and was at immediate risk of a heart attack. Now, without his daughter-in-law intuition, he could have died. How did she know? She might have seen something. She noticed something. She didn't know what it was exactly, but she just noticed that something was not right. In other fields also, people are able to identify the difference between one thing or the other. Now, an hairdresser might detect that a woman is pregnant by the feel of her hair. An art curator can discern the difference between an original art piece and a counterfeit. A teacher might know when a student is not listening, or maybe the student has attention problems, or one thing, something, and that's because they are professionals in their field. This is something they have seen over time. The same thing happens to us. Now, the human brain is a prediction machine. It is constantly taking in your surroundings and analyzing the information it comes across. So whenever you experience something repeatedly, your brain begins noticing what is important. It sorts through the details and highlights the relevant cues. It also catalogs that information for future use. With enough practice, you can pick up on the cues that predict certain outcomes without consciously thinking about it. In chapter 3, we spoke about cues. If you've forgotten, please go and check it out. Automatically, your brain encodes the lesson learned through the experience. When we experience things, when we do things, the reinforcement and punishment thingy that we discussed in chapter 3. When things like that happen, our brain processes them. Those that feel good, we continue to do them, while those things that feel bad, we don't do them. Now, how do we know that we are hungry? Just for instance, you don't exactly have to see food for you to realize that you are hungry, or it is time for you to eat. Your appetite and hunger are non-conscious. You don't have to think about eating for you to eat. Your body has a variety of feedback loops that gradually alert you when it is time to eat again, and that track what is going on around you and within you. So your cravings can arise due to hormones and chemicals circulating through your body. Suddenly you are hungry without even knowing why you are hungry or what tripped you off. Now there's one surprising thing about our habits. You don't have to be aware of the cue for the habit to begin. You can notice an opportunity and take action without dedicating conscious attention to it. This is what makes habits useful. Now, this is also the same thing that makes habits dangerous. When habits form, your actions come under the direction of your automatic and non-conscious mind. You can fall into old patterns before you realize what is happening. And unless someone points it out to you, you might not notice that you do some things. For instance, you might not notice that you cover your mouth with your hand when you laugh, or that you apologize before asking a question, or you have a habit of finishing other people's sentences. And the more you repeat these patterns, the more likely you are to question what you are doing. The more less likely you are to question what you are doing and why you are doing it. Over time, the cues that spark our habits become so common that they are essentially invisible. So our responses to these cues are so deeply encoded that it might feel like the urge to act comes from nowhere. For this reason, we must begin the process of behavior change with awareness. Before we can effectively change out of new habits, we have to get a handle on our current ones. This can be more challenging than it sounds, because once a habit is firmly rooted in your life, it is mostly non-conscious and automatic. If a habit remains mindless, you cannot improve it. So you have to pay attention to what you are doing in order for you to get better at it. If you don't pay attention, my dear, you get worse. Now, the more automatic a behavior becomes, the more likely we are to consciously think about it. And when we've done something 1,000 times before, we begin to overlook things. We mostly assume that the next time would be just like the last. So we are so used to doing what we've always done that we don't stop to question whether it's the right thing to do at all. Many of our failures in performance are largely attributable to a lack of self-awareness. One of our greatest challenges in changing habits is maintaining awareness of what we are actually doing. This helps explain why the consequences of bad behavior can sneak up upon us. So, in order for you to improve your habits, or in order for you to become more aware of what you are doing, of your behavior, you might need to make a list of your daily habits. For example, start how you start your day. Wake up. When you wake up, do you turn off your alarm? Do you check your phone? Do you pray? Do you get into the bathroom, weigh yourself, take a shower, brush your teeth, take a shower? Anyhow you carry out those activities or the things you routinely do, take time to just create a list and write them down. And once you have a full list, look at each behavior and ask yourself, is this a good habit? Is this a bad habit? Or is this a neutral habit? So the habits you think are beneficial to you, indicate them. Those you think are not beneficial, indicate them. And those you think are neutral, they are neither good or bad, indicate them. Now, the rating of those habits will depend on your situation and your goals. For instance, if you are trying to lose weight, eating a bar early in the morning might be a bad habit. For someone who is trying to gain weight, I don't know if you eat a bar early in the morning, I don't know if it adds to your weight, but it probably would. Also, scoring your habits might be a bit more complex, because there are the labels good habits and bad habits are slightly inaccurate. There are no good habits or bad habits. There are only effective habits and ineffective habits. So effective habits are the habits that solve problems. All habits serve you in some way, even the bad ones, which is why we repeat them. So we have to categorize our habits by how they are going to benefit in the long run. So good habits have positive outcomes, negative habits have negative outcomes. And if you still have a problem with determining how to rate a particular habit, you can also ask yourself, does this behavior help me become the kind of person or the type of person I want to be? Does this habit cast a vote for or against my desired identity? This thing I'm doing, is it helping me achieve what I want to achieve? Is this helping me become the person I want to become, or is this habit working against me? So if you want to lose weight and you find out that you are eating a bar early in the morning, you might want to think, is this a bar, is it helping me or is it not helping me? Now, when you create your habit scorecard, which is the list you created, there is no need to change anything at first. The goal is to simply notice what you are doing, notice what is going on, observe your thoughts and actions without judgment or internal criticism. Don't blame yourself, neither don't praise yourself. So if you're doing something good, don't blame if you're doing something bad, don't blame yourself. And if you're doing something well, don't praise yourself. So you might want to acknowledge what you are doing, talk to yourself. I don't know why people feel that. Is it feel like or feel that? I think it's feel that talking to themselves make them seem mad. If you don't talk to yourself, how are you supposed to talk to other people? Please. So yes, talk to yourself. If you eat, if you do something, talk to yourself as if you're talking to somebody else, and just pay attention to the things that you do. Now, the first step to changing bad habits is to be on the lookout for them. If you feel you're doing something bad, pay attention to what you're doing and how you do it. Say the action loud and talk of the outcome. So if you want to cut back on eating junk food, when you are about to take that junk food, whatever it might be, just say it out loud. I'm about to eat this biscuit, but I don't need it. If I eat it, I'll gain weight though, and that gaining weight might not be good for me. So just say it out. Talk to yourself as if you're talking to another person. Talk to yourself in third person. Hearing your bad habits spoken out might make the consequences seem more real. It also adds weight to the action rather than letting yourself mindlessly slip into old routine. Now, this approach is useful if you are simply trying to remember a task on your to-do list or something. Just say it out. It increases the odds that you're actually going to get to do that thing. You're getting yourself to acknowledge the need for action, and this can make all the difference. So the process of behavioral change always starts with self-awareness. You have to focus on getting yourself to recognize your habits and acknowledge the cues that trigger them and makes it possible to respond in a way that benefits you. In summary, with enough practice, your brain will pick up on cues that predict certain outcomes without consciously thinking about them. Secondly, once our habits become automatic, we stop paying attention to what we are doing. Thirdly, the process of behavior change always starts with awareness. You need to be aware of your habits before you can change them. Fourthly, noting your habits raises your level of awareness from a non-conscious habit to a more conscious level by verbalizing your actions. Finally, the habit scorecard is a simple exercise you can use to become more aware of your behavior. That's all on chapter 4. Please don't forget, follow her Instagram handle, ava_pod. If you have any comments, any observations and suggestions, please reach out on Instagram, the same handle, ava_pod. Till the next episode, bye.